Well, for those who remember that mare Diamond Explosion, this one out of Diamond Explosion, always fast against the clock, and Edward Butler and Shantonagh go into the lead there, clear in 38.83. And we're joined in the arena by Sophie Dalton and Laura Skelton from Horseport Ireland. Also delighted to be joined in the arena by Mr. Dermot Forde, who is the owner and breeder of our winner today of the 5-year-old final, ridden by Edward Butler. It's Shantonagh. Receiving the trophy there.
2 fantastic rounds.
Yeah, he jumped really well now. I was delighted with him, and he's never actually gone against the clock before, and he responded like he's done all his life, you know.
So you think it's a good foundation for them, you know, just to be jumping the double clears, and then today is a good start for them to go against the clock?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. It's they're just not really, you know, mature enough to be able to take it every week in, week out, and it ruins a lot of horses in the long run. So it's great just to do it in the final, the one go. It's grand for them.
I'm now joined by the breeder of Shantonagh, Dermot Forde. Dermot, a very proud day for you today.
Yeah, it is really. You know, he did the job fantastically, and I'd like to pay tribute to Edward in the way he's brought the horse along, and also to Suzanne Posnett, who had him last year as a 4-year-old. Of course, he's out of Diamond Explosion, who was a top-class mare herself, and she won in Aachen, New York, Hickstead, Dublin, with Jerry Flynn and Francis Connors, and this is her last foal, so perhaps we've been saving the good wine until last.
The dam, of course, Diamond Explosion, has an unbelievable track record.
Yeah, as I say, she won about 20 international classes at all the big shows all over the world, you know, and they say blood will always win out, and perhaps that's true in this case as well. He's the smallest, funny enough, of her progeny. His half-sister jumps later today in the 135 class with Michael Duffy, Westland Ruby, and she's starting to mature and come good as well. So, you know, I've been what would you say, successful or lucky with them, and he's the only traditional horse in the class today, insofar as he's by a thoroughbred sire out of a mare by an Irish draft stallion, and the Irish draft stallion, King of Diamonds. So all in all, it's a victory for traditional breeding, if you like.
Absolutely. And the sire of this one is Power Blade, who was acquired by Oliver Townsend. Why did you pick that sire for him?
I saw Power Blade jump with Paddy Byrne, his then owner from Kilmore Key, County Wexford, some years ago at a show in Bannow and Rathangan and a couple of other places. And then about 7 or 8 years ago, when I was considering the breeding plans for her next foal after having a couple by Aldato, I went to see him down there with an American client of mine, and Paddy lunged him over a fence for us, and he hadn't done that for several years, and you could see that because there was grass growing and nettles growing in front of the fence where he would have normally lunged the horse. But anyway, we got him going, and he started off very nervously, but in the end he looped the loop, and I said, that's good enough for me.
Fantastic. You yourself are a well-known breeder. Can anyone starting off, or anyone that wants to breed a horse such as this, what tips would you give them?
Well, I think the performance of the dam is very important. I have a mare, Lisnamult Lily, that jumped very well with Edward's brother Alexander last year, and especially this year. And she's gone out to Rich Feller Stables in America. And her dam and her grand dam were also good jumpers, you know. So in the same way as with racing, I think you have to have a bit of black type there in the pedigree. And this mare, or this gelding here, Shantonagh, he's certainly out of a Group 1 winner.